My first tattoo inside my mouth says sorry. My friends at the time, I was like 17 or 18, and this girl that I was friends with in my hometown, she was like, I found this guy on Craigslist to give me a tattoo on my pussy. And I was like, that's crazy. And I went to go support her to make sure everything was safe because it was like someone off Craigslist. And it was in his like, it was like a trap house. It was like, there was nothing in this house, an empty house. I was so like sketched out. And there was just a bed, and this weird guy gave her a tattoo down there. And then I was like, cool, yeah, tattoo my lip. And then that's what I got for some reason. My most favorite tattoo. Man, I don't actually know. I have to actually look around for a minute. I think maybe I really love the 143. That means I love you. And what else is in here? Oh, I do love this. This is a bear and it says FCK, and the only thing missing is you. Because obviously the U is missing, and this is like a Marilyn Manson reference, but also just like a cute bear, you know? I think somewhere in 2016, 2017, like the end or the beginning. And the first one I think I did was this bad, which I cannot remember why I did that. I don't know why I chose the word bad. I don't know what it means, but it's there. I don't have no idea. And I don't think I was fucked up. I really think I was just angry, and it was like impulsive, like super impulsive. I had to have it for some reason. So I was just telling my boyfriend this story actually. So Too Poor, how I got the name was basically when I first moved to LA, I didn't have that much money, and I was living on a couch in a living room for $300 a month. And I got kicked out of that house and moved to like this other random house, and I was paying $350 there, which was a little more expensive. And I get kicked out of this house because the landlord dies, and then I meet some friends on Melrose and I move into their house. I was selling my clothes there on the weekends if I had anything to sell, or I would like thrift designer pieces and then bring it to the store because I knew they were gonna buy it, so I would get a little cash for it. But one of my jobs, which was like my favorite job at the time, which is so silly looking back because it's the worst fucking job. I worked as a sales representative at Joy Rich, which was like a clothing brand, and I worked in this office, and one day they fired me for expressing that I wanted to be in marketing or social media, like the press side versus the sales side, because I thought that was more me, and they saw that as a sign of weakness because I wanted to do something else in the company, which didn't really make sense. But they fired me, and I left crying, and I was like, my life's over, I have no money, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I went home, and all of these kids in my house were doing like stick and poke tattoos, and I was so upset that I was like too poor on my knees. And then that was it. I was like, my name's Too Poor. I'm too poor, and that was it. And now that's not the case, and a lot of people give me shit for like appropriating a poor culture, but poor has like a lot of different meanings. I think it's whatever it means to whoever's reading it, because it's like poor behavior, poor decision making, poor in, you know, health, poor wealth, poor anything. The irony is, it's like that name brought me money. I don't know how, but that's how it worked. There was like a Russian account. Too Poor means something in Russian, and I don't know what it means, but it means something because I always see it. And there was an account, some Russian guy, and his name was Too Poor, and I had messaged him for like 3 years, and I wish I could find the messages, but he changed his name, so I can't find it. But I was asking him for the account for like 3 years, basically like, please give me your name, change your name to this, change your name to this, like I need the Too Poor name. And then one day he messaged back and was like, okay, and I was like, cool, I'll give you $3,000. And he was like, okay, changing now. And like, I don't know if he thought I was serious, I'm not sure, but he gave me the name, everything worked out. I don't owe anyone $3,000, like I'm good. I think I want to cover them all up. Yeah, I think I want to get like I've done like outline tattoos for so long, and like I'm over that style. I want to actually get like portraits, and I want like sleeves. I want full sleeves. That's the next step. I think I'm just I was always scared of the shading. I don't know why. I don't have much shading other than this, and it looks like asshole, so. I do have a cockroach here because I was in Mexico and I just saw like La Cucaracha. I don't know. I just thought it was the best thing to get while I was in Mexico, which now I look at it and I hate it, but love it at the same time. I feel like I'd more so want to work on my arms and the upper area. I want it to be like very dark. In the beginning, I feel like a lot of people looked at me like, oh, she's hard. But when you look closely, it's like hearts and it says like love you and, you know, handle with care and fragile. So it was like, she's not that hard, she's a softie. I just look hard because I have these tattoos, which I think that about a lot of people with tattoos. I feel like tattoos are kind of like an addiction, or, you know, to feel real pain, like when you're in pain. I mean, that's how I see it. Like whenever I'm really upset or mad or angry or any kind of emotion and I want to feel something, I'll get a tattoo, which it's been a while. I've been pretty happy. I think just like after I got one, the lip like didn't hurt at all. And for anyone that wants a face tattoo, the face I think hurts the least. It doesn't hurt at all. So I think that's why it's like, it does make you look a little like more intimidating, but they just don't hurt. I feel like that's why people get them. And then like once you get one, you want to get a bunch, and you want to, it's like stickers on your body. I feel like my body looks like a 6th grader's notebook. Like there's just sketches everywhere. But once I got one, I feel like I could tolerate the pain, so I wasn't really scared of it anymore. My middle name's Rose, and I was named after my great grandma, so I got a rose. And I have a rose on my butt, and I'm not done with the roses. I think I want more roses for some reason. But I think also I go to artists that don't really have good experience, so that they're more painful. They're going way too deep, way too hard, like not using the right needles. So just learn from me. Go. Even the shops, I go to like, I used to live on Hollywood Boulevard, so I was going to the shops like every night, late at night, when I was like drinking, whatever. I'm sober now. But whenever I was like up late, I would just be like, I have to get a tattoo, and I would just go to the shop, and it'd be like the worst employee who got the late night shift, and he would just fuck my skin up. But I love those ones. Good memories.